It had such a large impact on our nation, but yet we were a part of that. You can't let that get lost in the archives.
The average ride for when the mail left San Francisco to get to St. Joe was 10 to 12, 14 days, depending on conditions and weather. But
and now we have email that takes a matter of a second.
yeah,
We definitely need to feel lucky for that.
yeah, that was a major endeavor to our nation.
Oh yeah, and the sacrifice that those young men, the riders, that they did. There's dangerous trails out here because we got to remember at that time civilization was rare.
There was none.
Yeah.
You know, the Pony Express riders, what they faced. And it's recorded in Pony Express history that only one of the men died and was killed was 8 miles north of here. His horse came in during a blizzard and he wasn't on it. So they went ahead and dispatched the other rider and rode back out and found that he had frozen to death and fallen off his horse. And that's what if you look at the statue here and you look at the ride, they had the best horses that money could buy and the best grain because their life and that mail depended on them horses.
Yeah. And to think of how simplistic that machinery is versus what we have today.
Yeah.
So they did a lot with very little.
Well, one of the big landmarks of the Pony Express, and that was the beginning of the Civil War. And one of the major dispatches that the Pony Express carried was the dispatch that Lincoln was elected president. And it's even been proven that the Pony Express was responsible for keeping California in the Union. And when you think about the Pony Express, it was a failure financially at that time. William Russell, Alexander Majors, and William Waddell were pretty destitute when they died. But was the Pony Express really a failure?
Absolutely not.
As we sit here
Yeah.
today, as we look back at it. So history has a way of redeeming the time.
3 guys with a dream and
Yeah,
that failed, but yet saved America, though, too.
as we were talking about.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
The real first of national notoriety for this whole area was the Pony Express.
And it definitely makes this area just rich in history, and it goes to show it with this monument. There's a lot of work between Cabela's, the city of Sidney, city workers, the JCs, to coordinate this. It was a large group effort by a lot of volunteers to make this all happen.
That's one thing about a project like this. The Nebraska people really stand out in their generosity, and to preserve the heritage of the Pony Express in this manner. So, we are fortunate that as Nebraskans, that we have this kind of spirit, which started back with the beginning of this state.